Alright, so this was the last leg of the trip, and it's definitely my favorite. It started just a little outside Linz and went to Passau. I was just in these beautiful ravines the entire time. I'm just so happy to not have to go somewhere to get food right now. Every morning has been I have some sugary things with me that aren't very breakfasty. And then I have to go somewhere to get food, to get biking. So this should speed up the morning quite a bit. It's also probably good to get the carbohydrates in my system an hour before I hit the bike, which will probably be the case. It's so lovely this morning, and the air smells great. The trail started off with a little gravel. In fact, it wasn't really supposed to go that way, but when I got out there, I saw that I could go that way, and I'm just gonna have fun and just play around on the bike, justify this overbuilt bike. Cute little honesty policy shacks here. My timer went off to eat, which I really have to respect the beginning half of the day. Front load it. One of my biggest mistakes is going, oh, I should only get 300 calories per hour or something like that. It's that's not true, because I have to eat a normal meal and then give myself a bonus of 300 calories. What a great problem. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I just grabbed one little bread. I don't always want to pass up food. I didn't do a lot of checking about how many towns are en route today. You just get to a point where you're just gonna have to roll with the punches, because there's only so much planning you can do. And I know it sounds obvious, but out of the 2 million things you do to make a trip happen, sometimes the things that seem obvious, you're just well, I'll figure it out when I roll through town. So this is just where it got crazy beautiful. I stinking love this part of the Danube between Linz and Passau. It is gorgeous. It's very wooded, cut out ravines. Super cool. I can't wait to get to Bamberg. Bamberg is such a cute town. They used to have the most breweries per capita in the world. Definitely bike around and do a brewery day by bike. Wah! Oh man, I love this. So yeah, stay tuned for those videos. Sometimes it's just fun to flaunt your pretzel. It's a Laugenstange, aka pretzel stick. So there was a ferry back there, but I don't think I need it. A route's got me on this side. Always makes me nervous, though. I do think that there's a lot of bike coverage on both sides, and so far I haven't messed up. So that's good. I have to say that Nitto rack has probably been a lifesaver and kept me from having something going to the front wheel. I got it just a couple days before I left. Glad I did. Oh, this restaurant. Not the world's best food, but what a stinking view. They had the option for a buffet, which was great. I got weird German salady stuff. French fries, I wanted salt, some beef and sauce. I didn't know exactly what I was eating, but it was great. All right. Finally some hills. Not as in finally as if I needed it, but here are some hills. That was so stinking fun tearing down that hill. Oh, man, oh man. Whee! Woohoo! Cobblestone! Whee! Gobble, 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 gobble. When that bike hauls, it feels fun too. Just those big, massive tires, you just hear them rolling on the tarmac. So I'm like 22 miles from the campsite. Maybe like 25 from the main train station in Passau. I just have to recalibrate that any mileage I do is way more work than when I'm at home and this bike is unloaded. I'd be curious to know, is it like 50% more work? Is that too much to calculate for? Or it's enough. Does that make a 50-mile day feel like a 75-mile day? That sounds kind of right. I don't know. I'd just be curious to hear people's thoughts in the comment of what sort of comparison, if you've done some bike touring, you would like attribute a loaded down bike ride to versus that same bike not loaded down. I'd say kind of like the texture, you know, kind of like animal crackers, just ever so slightly sweet. I just found sausages on my bike that I didn't know I had. So, it's gonna be a party tonight. Passed through this incredibly cute little city and just went to a Spar grocery store and loaded up on sugar. I literally had a Coke, an ice cream bar, I got candy to go. I just didn't want to bonk in the end. Alright, 16 more. Reasonable. It's got tons of carbs though, in case I need it. So I just had a little epiphany that I could make it to the train station probably in time and just not need to do one more night in the campground. What would be the point of spending one more night in the campground, paying extra money, dealing with setting up a tent for an hour and a half and cleaning stuff and showering when I could just hop on a train and go to the Airbnb that I paid for a month that started that night. So without much ado, no major signage, I just crossed over the border from Austria into Germany. I gotta say, this is interesting. I have like a feeling of like returning home like I feel when I like go back to Michigan. It's cool. It's Gemütlichkeit. Passau was stinking cool looking, which I wasn't ready for. And only slightly sad that I had to book it through there because I knew I was going to a city I loved anyways. Made it to the train station, rolled into Bamberg at midnight, and it was awesome. Thanks everybody for watching, coming along for this adventure. I'll post a video of biking around Bamberg, just going through curvy, dreamlike cobblestone streets. Lots of breweries and beer gardens and pretzel sandwiches, doner kebab. If you want to see those videos, please feel free to follow along and subscribe. Again, it's always great chatting with people in the comments. Thanks for being part of this adventure. I'll do more. I'll be back home in the States soon, and I'll be sure to post some of those rides. I'm also going through Nuremberg and Munich, so maybe I'll bust out the camera for some footage in those cool cities. Thanks, everybody.